welcome to another video of the Read with Sid channel. In this video, I'm going to review the book Goodnight Stories, Rebel Girls, published in 2017, written by Canfras Fresco. And let me make something straight. This is not a bedtime story. This is about different women from all over the world and how important they are. So I'm going to talk about 5 women I learned from this book that are my favorite and they really impressed me. So are you ready? First person I'm going to talk about is Billie Jean King. I'm pretty sure some of you might heard of her. She's still alive and she was born in the USA, United States of America. Now she's a tennis player, and back then women weren't given that much money as the men when they won the tournament, and this made Billie Jean King mad, so she wanted to have a big tennis match. So they had a battle called the Battle of the Sexes, which was Billie Jean played against a man, and when Billie Jean King won, that's when they started treating women equally like men, and they started giving the same amount of money. The second person I'm going to talk about is Alice Bowles. Alice Bowles was born in USA, specifically Hawaii, and she died. And she died. And back then there was a disease called leprosy, and there was no cure for it. It would ruin your skin. So Alice Bowles founded a cure for leprosy, but she died before she could show it to anyone. So the University of Hawaii showed it to everyone, but they took all the credit for her and didn't even mention her name. It was later on when the people realized that it was Alice Bowles who did all the work and found the cure. The second person I'm going to talk about is Alice Bowles. Alice Bowles was born in USA, specifically Hawaii, and she died. And she died. And back then there was a disease called leprosy, and there was no cure for it. It would ruin your skin. So Alice Bowles founded a cure for leprosy, but she died before she could show it to anyone. So the University of Hawaii showed it to everyone, but they took all the credit for her and didn't even mention her name. It was later on when the people realized that it was Alice Bowles who did all the work and found the cure. The third person I'm going to talk about is J.K. Rowling, and she's an author, and she was born in Britain, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know her. She's the author of Harry Potter. When she was born, she was so poor that she lived on the streets, but as she started writing Harry Potter, she became richer, and some people would say she became richer than the Queen of England. The fourth person I'm going to talk about is Sky Brown. She was born in Japan, but she's only 11 years old, and she's a skateboarder. But when she was a kid, a lot of people thought that she wasn't good at skateboarding. They never really taught her, but she was pretty good at skateboarding, and she's so famous even though she's 11. The final person I'm going to talk about is Corrie ten Boom, and she lived in the Netherlands in a watchmaking place with her dad, and she died. So she lived during the World War II, so it was really dangerous, and she built a secret room to protect other people from the Nazis. So those are the 5 people I learned from this book. So are you ready for some Sid Star reviews? Book 5 Sid stars, and the reason I did this is that this book is so interesting, and it doesn't just tell a boring biography about the woman. It tells something special, something not a lot of people know about them. And even if they talk about people I already know a lot about, they talk about some fun facts that not a lot of people know about. And I really like the drawings of this book, and they're all really different, and they're really good. And I really recommend this book. And it's not only for women, it's not only for girls, it's also for boys. It's a really inspiring book. So go get this book. And thanks for watching Read with Sid, and please subscribe for more videos on books. Bye!